Talkmates, welcome back to yet another new episode of Favorite Talkmate. I really missed story times with you guys. It's been a while since we had a story time, but today is the day. I don't know how to feel about this story, but you will decide how to feel about it by the end of the story. On this particular day, I was job hunting. I had just I had just traveled back from Ghana, and then yes, this is my country reality again. I'm supposed to get a job. This was in 2021. So I told you guys already, right? That time when I was job hunting, I sent out my CV and then I started receiving calls. Among the calls that I received was one from a guy who claimed to be a doctor. So he said that he has a Chinese hospital and yeah, he would like me to work in the hospital. I have not studied medicine. I really don't know anything to do with hospitals except the fact that I hate injections. So I was like, actually from the word go, I was just skeptical. By the way, I was so skeptical about this whole thing, this whole idea, you know. I was just like So I went for another interview that morning. I told you guys I was trying to, how is it called, I had many options to pick from, you guys. So I was just trying to make sure that I'll make the right option. So I was trying to test different waters before I decide on what I want to do. So I had another interview the previous morning, and then after this interview ended earlier than I expected. So I was like, I have time, let me call that doctor guy. You never know, maybe I just don't want to go to this hospital and it might be what I might actually do in life. I mean, how many people have studied for things they're not doing right now, you know? So I call this guy and yes, he tells me where to meet him. I won't even say the name of that place because it's embarrassing. It is very embarrassing. Anyway, guys, I go there, I meet him, and then I was expecting to see a hospital or a clinic at least. You guys, you have told me that you specialize in Chinese medicine. You have a hospital. Actually, I expected that to be a hospital. So I go there expecting to see, you know, a clinic or a hospital, you know, something that gives you those vibes. Getting there, I look around, there's someone is calling me, like seriously, during story time. Hold on, guys. Hey guys, I had to pick that call because business first. YouTube hasn't started paying me yet, so I have to do business. And guys, I'm so happy today, by the way. Back to our story. So I go here, hey, I look around, there's no restaurant, there's no hospital. I can see a restaurant, I can see a casino, I can see a barber shop, you know, I can see all these other things except a hospital or a clinic, you know. So we get in there, he even asks me, let's eat. I'm like, okay, well, let's do the interview first because I'm not ready to chop your food and I'm not even sure if I'm going to say yes to this job, you know. So let's have this interview first. And he's like, we can have the interview while eating. And I'm like, I prefer this being professional because we need to be professional. We need to deal professionally, you know. Yeah, so we go upstairs. On the way upstairs, we pass by a restaurant. Upstairs, we pass a barber shop, we pass a bakery, we pass a cloth selling shop, a shop that sells clothes, and then there's this room. Then he tells me, you're welcome. I get in and I am like, okay, where will we have the interview? Inside this room, there is a bed. There is 2 beds. When I talk about beds, it's not hospital beds. It's those, you know, those 4x6 beds, those ones, 2 of them. That room is so small, like it's those well, I don't know how to describe a room using measurements, but it was so small. It was the size of a bedroom, literally. So you know those are not very small bedrooms where you can fix 2 4x6 beds. So it has a bed here with a net, mosquito net. Under the bed is a suitcase. Next to the suitcase is a stool that has clothes. In front of the bed is a table with so many boxes and so many medicines. When I angaza my eyes when I was trying to read the room, all that etc, I noticed that there is also a washroom somewhere there. So it's like those, in quotes, self-contained bedrooms. I don't know if you get my point. So I'm like, okay, I'm not comfortable here. Where are we having the interview? And he's like, this is the hospital, this is where we are having the interview. And I'm like, is this a hospital or your house or your room? He says, this is my hospital stroke my house. During the day it is a hospital, during the night this is where I sleep, which I found weird. Why? Because he was like, and sometimes if there are no patients, I just decide to sleep. So I asked him, if I am to work here, how are you going to operate? Suppose it's during the day and you want to sleep, what happens? Like, really, what happens? You get, it was just, I found that so creepy. By the way, I found that so creepy. So yeah, he was just asking me if I can speak Chinese, and he was like, okay, you come and work for me. And I was like, how are we going to work? Because here there are two. So I asked him, is this okay? This is your bed, how about the other? And he was like, that other one is my friend's bed, the two of us sleep here. Okay, baby girl was not being picky, but like, I was just smelling red flags everywhere. Like, I felt like that will mean you're working in someone's bedroom. How? How can you work in your boss's bedroom? Like, who does that? Who does that? Who works in their boss's bedroom? So I was like, hey, thank you so much for this opportunity, but I am really not comfortable with this entire situation. And that was the end of the interview. So yeah, we still talk. Then he was like, okay, then let's go and eat. Who am I? Whomst am I to say no to food? Chinese food, for that matter. I had missed Chinese food anyway. So yeah, we went and ate, and yeah, that was the end of the interview. Actually, to date I still find it weird, because I don't know, but I think there are regulations when it comes to health issues and health institutions. If that is a registered business, it should not operate in such a place. It should not operate from someone's bedroom. Mark you, I am not judging the fact that that place was small. That's the least of my worries. What I am not okay with is the fact that it was inside someone's bedroom. How? Imagine during the day, if I am working and he says he wants to sleep, what am I going to do? That entire situation, it was just creepy. It was just a setup. And hey, ladies and gentlemen, that is how I escaped working in a bedroom. Thank you. Subscribe, like, share. Bye.